Hi everybody, I am taking a break from mopping my floors. I got half of them mopped. Who hates mopping? I absolutely despise mopping. I hate it. Mopping and laundry, not for me. So a friend of a friend came to me with a screenshot. Hey, my friend's looking for her mom's family. Can you help? When I was reading this information, it just seemed cut and dry, like, hey, my mom is sick. She's on hospice care. I'm trying to find some family members to her. Can you help? So I thought this was just going to be a really quick records search. No, it was not. She ended up needing a DNA test and trying to figure out who her mother's birth mom is and her birth father. Birth mom side, still working. There's a little family lore that the birth mother was born in Dublin, Ireland, probably around 1900, 1915 time frame, and that her parents adopted her and brought her to the United States. So I'm still working on that line. I haven't been able to prove anything yet there, but the birth father side, I was able to get somewhere. They thought maybe that he was 100% Cherokee, and you already know my spidey senses were going off like, you're probably not. I'm gonna say you're probably German, because that's usually where these things tend to be when somebody thinks they're native and they're not. We were able to prove who her birth father was, and he was not Cherokee at all. So some of the context clues that I use when somebody says that they're native and I can prove whether they are, maybe a chance that they could be or they're not, is geography, right? Records and geography. Where are they living at the time of the removal? Where are they living post-removal? Where are they living? Where are their family living? Like everybody, where are they living? And if somebody says, oh, I'm living in Ohio, or they were in Pennsylvania, or they were in Michigan, or they were in Washington State, or Idaho, you're not going to be Cherokee. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's not happening. Not in that time frame, right? Because again, where were the Cherokees back then? Post-removal, we know where they are. Pre-removal, we know where they were living originally. So if you're not from North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee, or if you're not in Oklahoma, I'm going to say not very good of a chance, but let's see what else happens. And that's when I turn to the census records to trace their parents, their grandparents, and see where they were. This gentleman in particular, that was the birth father, he was in Kentucky the whole time. His parents in Kentucky the whole time. His grandparents and his great-grandparents, all the way prior to 1860, all the way up to the 1940s. Kentucky, that's it, Kentucky, that whole time frame in Kentucky. They're not North Carolina where the Cherokees originated from. They didn't go through the Trail of Tears. They didn't end up in Indian Territory, which is now Oklahoma. So that was my clue that no. And they're on the census records every single year listed as white people. So there's my extra piece of like check mark. Nope, they're not. So I ended up giving her this information about her mom's biological father, and they were over the moon. They were so excited that I was able to find something because they literally had no idea. I found an obituary for him. I found a lot of newspaper articles. I'm kind of glad he's not driving because he had an extensive issue with driving, running red lights and stop signs, and his car mysteriously catching on fire, mysteriously. And other traffic issues and accidents from like 1950s to like 1977. So this gentleman could not drive, period. But I was able to give them at least something to connect with. I couldn't find any other children listed for him. His obituary was generic. This person died on this date, blah, 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 blah. And there was nothing literally there. But I haven't been able to find any other siblings for them. So it's just kind of like stuck. Here's some information. Here's his name. I haven't even been able to find a picture. Here's his dad's obituary and his mom's obituary. Here's all of his siblings' names. So I was able to give them a little bit more of their family history that they did not know. I feel like it's not enough for me. I would have wanted to give more, but I can only give what's available digitally, right? But that's it for today. If I figure out the birth mom side and if the Dublin, Ireland baby thing turns out to be true, I'll let y'all know. But that's it for today. I'll see you guys later. Bye.